We got our seed starter stuff ready.
Yes. And we have a sprout that says it is time for attack.
So we went out to Walmart and we bought some seeds, which, you know, I know it's not the greatest place to buy at Walmart, but, you know, it's what we had. And they actually had a better deal on seed starter trays and all that. So we're going to go with Walmart. But what I did is I picked out all the stuff I wanted, which is like tons and tons of seeds, which I'm not so sure I'll use all of them. Well, I'm sure that I won't use all of them. But on the back, they kind of all tell you what to do, and all of the ones that say start indoors are here, and all of the ones that, you know, you sow in direct soil are here. So I'm going to put these in the bag. I'm trying not to lose the seeds because it's kind of windy. But, so I've picked out all of the seeds that I want to use, and I'm going to go inside and get my list of how many, because I know I have like 31 tomato plants. So I'm going to try to sow not too many more than that. Because I also picked out like 6 different kinds of tomatoes.
Hello, my
like tomatoes. And some peppers and more tomatoes. What else? Eggplant, more peppers, tomatoes. Most of the tomatoes and peppers are what we're going to put in today because those are like the really important things. Except for the onions. Onions are. We bought 5 of these starter trays because we want to see if we can start some of these from seed. It might be too ambitious, it might not. We'll have to check. But it's got these great little peat moss cuppies in trays. So we've laid them out, and we have this seed potting mix. Smells like dirt.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, I love the smell of dirt. I do.
I do too, yeah. I'm with you. Nothing like a freshly tilled field.
There was some company that we had found years ago. I want to say that it was Trevor who found it, that they sold Gothic scents, and one of the scents was dirt.
Hey.
And it smelled so good. 5 trays.
Ta-da!
Okay. We're going to take one of these 50 packs right here. We're going to make these tomatoes. Don't you think?
Sounds good to me, Mama.
This is going to be tomatoes. I'm going to take my handy dandy.
What is it, girl? Is it the handy dandy notebook?
So I'm going to make a little really bad graph. And I have tomato plants. Let me get all the tomatoes out. Tomatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tomatoes. 8 different kinds of tomatoes. Well, we'll see. I have 8. So I'm gonna plant. I'm gonna sow a row of each kind, and these are gonna be beefsteaks. Actually, the funny thing about beefsteaks is my grandmother's his best friend's brother-in-law would grow these every year, and they were awesome. And so I'm kind of hoping we can get some out of these, because I think that they're one of my favorite big tomatoes. These are little seeds. Ready?
We may go close up on this. Oops.
Should I just put one seed in, or should I put?
I would put a few, 2 or 3, because like I said, you know, tomato plants are notoriously not prolific seeders. And then if we have like 2 or 3 come out of one pod, then we'll just pull the 2 weak ones and let the strong one go.
All right. That is our first row of seeds. Okay. I'm gonna roll this up so we don't have any escapees.
And girl is watering those seeds.
And you know, I figure if the seeds don't make it, we can always buy transplants, but it'd be foolish to not at least give it a try. Plus, it's a wonderful day to spend the first, a wonderful way to spend the first day that it's been any sort of decent weather in a really long time. And it's not too bad if it gets real cold. We could probably bring them inside.
How many are you putting in? Like 2 or 3?
3.
About 3? Okay.
Well, I figure we're doing everything on such a small scale.
Yeah.
We can afford to go all back in and really pare everything down. We're down to our last 2 rows of tomatoes. These are super sweet 100 hybrids. I'm growing these because these are the ones I want to try out the most. Love super sweet grape and cherry tomatoes. So does Mairead. If she eats as many as she usually does, well, if we can manage to grow as many as we eat, we'll be in really good shape.
Only 2 things that money can't buy: true love and homegrown tomatoes.
Yep. All right. That is a flat of tomatoes. Now, I have places set up in the garden.
Oh, compost. We don't have a compost bin just yet, so we'll let that compost elsewhere.
That too will be forthcoming. Alright. So we have a tray of tomatoes. Now the question is going to be, do we leave them outside? Or do we bring them inside with us? What we might do is put them on the windowsill if we feel it's going to be too cold. Because it looks like we can stack them all up in these little things. It's almost like a pie. before we can't stack them. Alright. Now let's stop recording for a second, so...
Oh, first we gotta check out Mairead. She's checking out the seed catalog for next year. Mairead. On this side, girl. Thank you. Girl, so smart.
Well, I've lost my camera, mostly because Sprout decided that she wanted to go play inside. I don't know why. It's a beautiful day still. Alright, I have eggplant and I have broccoli. My garden plan calls for 8 eggplant plants and 8 broccoli plants. I kind of suspect that if I plant 8, I should get 8, but I'd really like to have 8, so I'm going to do it differently. So now we have peppers, and I have pepperoncinis, I have jalapeno peppers, and then I have a carnival mixed peppers. And I don't actually have a lot of space for peppers in the garden, but it's one of my other favorite things, so we're gonna at least start a lot of them and see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 rows of pepperoncinis and 2 rows of the jalapenos, and then I'm gonna do the rest carnival. Well, except for the last 2 rows, because I think that would be planting too many. But I'm running out of seeds. I should have brought some more herbs and stuff like that. Maybe I'll go back to the store sometime within the next couple of days and see what I can get. Well, the camera's gonna have to sit in the greenhouse because I keep cutting my head off any other way. But I have our trays and a nice pitcher of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and water them, which I was hoping was gonna be a little more refill on that. And if I did it wrong, we'll buy transplants. I'm hoping that it's going to be warm enough in a little hothouse. I figure if it's going to be a really nasty freeze, we will just bring them inside. And if we mess them up, we mess them up. Alright. The last box. Of course, the last box goes right up here on the shelf. I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty warm in here. It surely is going to be okay. But I guess we'll see. Ooh, look at that. Sprouts everywhere.